Wanderers, and welcome back to the Wandering Gamer Network plays Spider-Man. I'm Zach.
And I'm Mandi. And we during our little mini break here, Spider-Man got a call from his landlord saying he was going to get evicted. So speaking of Spider-Man's life falling apart.
Yeah, he's getting evicted. So what we missed while we were talking through stuff, like the Demons are a new gang. And Mr. Lee, I think, Martin Lee was saying, like, hey, you guys should stay away from these people. They seem serious.
Like a natural arm.
And then I was late to my job.
Oh. Boo.
Continuing on with the life falling apart bit, you know.
Just everything's an issue. Look at that face. That's so happy. That's a happy Doc Ock.
Yeah. Man, they make him so nice that I'm so not looking forward to him dying. Or not dying, becoming Doc Ock.
Stop that right now!
Oh,
this
no.
is highly sensitive equipment. That's it. I'm calling the mayor's office directly.
Peter Parker.
Who are you being? Oh.
Hell are you?
Hi.
Speak of the devil. Mr. Osborn.
Oh, please. How long have we known each other? It's Mr. Mayor.
Wait, what?
It's Norman.
The Green Goblin is the mayor?
Yeah, that happens every so often.
Oh, interesting. All right.
In the comics, I think.
This is
The-
your first.
Okay, I know in the Sam Raimi movies, he knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. Does he know?
I don't think so.
Okay, that
I also
makes
don't think
so.
he's Green Goblin yet.
Oh.
Well, just like Otto isn't Doc Ock yet.
Service to our country. These folks will escort.
It's hard to tell because they don't always, like, is it an origin story? Like, who's what in this universe so far?
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you, Otto. You're free to continue your work in a secure environment.
At Oz.
Oh, yeah. Oh, huh.
You always were the smartest guy in the room.
Oh,
Changed a bit.
lovely.
Hey, Peter. Harry
Will come work for me?
Europe early next year. Maybe the two of you can start that business.
In the meanwhile, I know your life is falling apart.
Is
Good luck.
knocking.
Bye. I like his little, like, table setup.
Yeah.
They didn't take everything. Maybe we could start over.
Peter. There's no we. Without the grant from the city, I can no longer pay you.
So good luck. Have fun getting evicted.
If I were you,
Whoops.
I'd look for a new job.
You could work at Subway.
Eat fresh. He should go to Jimmy John's, though, because Spider-Man is pretty freaky fast.
Ah, haha. That's funny.
Oh,
I appreciate that joke.
man, we're getting tired.
I know. I can tell. We're both like, we're dragging a bit. Okay. So we got to find something else to talk about. I feel like we pretty much exhausted How I Met Your Mother and how frustrating that was.
What other TV shows have you been frustrated with recently?
Oh, that's a good question.
Have you watched She-Ra?
I haven't. That's on my list, though. I've heard
It's
it's
really
pretty
good.
good. Yeah.
It's very much not for our age group,
Well,
but
yeah.
that doesn't mean... Well, I mean, some cartoons are. Or, like, are
That's
more...
true. That's fair. You know what I do need to watch, because I never did, and now it's available on Disney Plus. Gravity Falls.
Oh, yes. Gravity Falls is so good.
Yeah, I need to watch, especially because the creators of Gravity Falls are friends with the creators of Rick and Morty, and they've been like throwing little things into all of their cartoons. So I should watch it because I appreciate both of them, and I should know what I'm talking about when I watch those things.
I
Hey
understand.
guys.
I don't really like Rick and Morty, though.
Oh, I love Rick and Morty. You know what I don't like though? Ooh, prom flower. I gave that to MJ. I like these groups of thugs that are like these gang members that are just standing in a circle. I would say, I was saying, you know what I don't like? I don't like the fan base
Of
of Rick and Morty.
I don't like how gross it feels. Like, I don't like how Rick always has, like, vomit on his lip. You know?
Yeah, I get that it's an art style and
It's a choice.
It's a choice, yeah.
And, like, I know that, but it still doesn't mean I have to like it.
No, and that is totally fair. I find I can totally see too the humor not being up everyone's alley.
Some of it I find hilarious, but a lot of it I'm just kind of like, eh.
Yeah, no, and I can totally get that.
I will say, in defense of Rick and Morty's fan base, I hate all fan bases nowadays.
Yeah. It's really funny because, like, I remember growing up. I was like a big fan of. So in middle school, I loved Lord of the Rings, like to an obsessive level. I wrote fan fiction about Lord of the Rings.
Can I read this? Please?
No.
Please?
No, I've brought it up several times and I will never share with you guys what my username is, so you can't find it. But
what if I give you Caitlin's poetry
no,
name?
I don't want to read Caitlin's poetry either because we will both just sit there and be embarrassed together. My point is, though, like, I remember being way into the Lord of the Rings fan base because of that. Because, like, generally what we would be doing is, like, writing fan fiction and commenting on each other's stuff and, you know, being, like, supportive. And now it just feels like... And I feel like, you know, just the expansion of the internet and we can all argue on forums and stuff... Everything. Oh, Harry Potter was like that too. When Harry Potter first came out, you know, you read stuff, you read fan fictions, and there's like MuggleNet. I loved going to MuggleNet.com because it was like, it was like all these interesting things about the Harry Potter series and like articles and games, and it's like, oh, look at all this fun stuff, and everybody seemed pretty chill. And then it's like all of a sudden we just have this huge expansion. Jeez, the city got dirty. And then you've got this expansion of just people arguing for the sake of arguing and nitpicking, and it's like, well, now this isn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
And everyone feels so entitled.
Well, it's also, I don't know. Where is this stupid cloud I'm supposed to go through? Oh, there it is.
I guess entitled isn't quite the right word, but everyone feels like a certain, not responsibility. What's the word I'm looking for? Everyone feels a certain attachment to whatever they're a fan of.
Yeah.
Ew.
Clouds to be visible to the naked eye. The level of toxins must be up there.
Gross.
And gotcha.
Ew.
Yeah.
That looks really nasty.
There's another one that's like the same type of mission where you cough every time you go through one, and I'm like, this just doesn't feel good.
No.
Well, good samples of bad stuff anyway.
Ew. Okay, let's see. Yeah.
So,
got it.
How do I convince you to give me your fanfic name?
No. Not gonna happen.
I'm trying to think of something like I could trade you, but I don't have anything.
No, not gonna happen. But no,
okay, better question. What do I have to trade Cody to get this?
Cody doesn't know where it is either.
Does your
nobody that you would know
do your siblings
is aware?
Know?
No.
Man, I'm gonna have to.
I know.
I'm gonna hire a private investigator, Mandy. This is worth it.
I don't know. It's really pretty bad. But anyway, so
and you're not Mandy MJ, and I know it's not that because that's from your marriage, right?
Anyway, no, but the
no, this is important.
So the whole. I think the thing that's so frustrating about the Rick and Morty fandom is they just there's you have to have a certain IQ to understand this, and it's like, no, you don't.
Do you want? Yeah, the thing is Rick and Morty does have some intelligent humor. Do you want to know what you need to have a an IQ to watch. Honestly, what humor you need an IQ, high IQ for?
What?
Monty Python.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is such. Did I complete the thing?
I don't know. It says equip camera.
I don't know.
Yeah, Monty Python. You need to like.
Well, like, cause like there's. It's funny if you don't know it, but like, have you seen Life of Brian?
Yes.
You know when he's like the like.
It's been a while, but yes.
Like there's a part where he's like putting graffiti on the wall, and the Roman soldier like grabs him by the ear. He's like, "That's not right. Like, what's the plural of Rome? Romani." And he's sitting there going through this whole thing. And my friend who knows Latin said it's a completely accurate Latin lesson.
That's hilarious.
So like the whole joke, like yeah, it's funny, but like it's funnier when you know that all of it is 100% accurate.
Yeah. No, I love that kind of stuff. Well.
Or like the rabbit is based on like there's this weird thing that happens in like medieval manuscripts where like in the pages they draw these like killer bunnies, like these like bunnies attacking people and killing them. So that's where that comes from, sort of.
That's great.
And like it's a thing, or like there's the great vowel shift, which is knee, the knights who say knee.
Oh yeah.
Like, and it's like this is all like historical stuff, but I'm like I am not smart enough for any of this.
Right. Or I just don't have the background in history or language.
Right, and it's like very highbrow stuff.
Well, it's kind of like I think this. Maybe it's not The Simpsons or Futurama. I don't know. There's some cartoon where all of the mathematics in the background, like on chalkboards and stuff, are like real math equations. Because I think it might be Futurama. Because they wanted people to know, or they wanted to like be accurate in the sense of like look, we're talking about like real physics stuff or whatever. Like I love that kind of stuff. I feel like that's what Big Bang Theory like wanted to be, but wasn't.
Well, it became like a show for moms.
Oh my gosh, it really did. Because I remember, like, the first couple, I think I watched, like, the first season-ish, and it was fine.
I watched through, like, 5 seasons, and then, like, it got to the point where it was like, this isn't making fun with me, it's making fun at me.
Yeah, that's the part I started getting really frustrated. Because, like, I think that was another one, too, where when they started, they did have, well, they may still have had accurate information on, like, chalkboards and in the background and what they were talking about when they started. And I'm sure they did, but at some point it did just become making fun of the characters.
And, like, making fun of nerds in general. Or, like, I read this article, which will help me express myself. And it was basically saying that, like...
Demons are my fault.
Ooh, Shocker's back.
Ooh.
It's weird, because, like, as I said, I was going through this game and, like, doing all the side quests and then coming back to the main story. It's weird how fast this game progresses when you focus on the main quest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this felt like... I thought this was, like, way farther into the game, and now we're here.
I'm no lawyer, but I'm pretty.
Well, because like between the first fight with him and the second fight with him is you have to like the science labs just unlocked. So I went around and did all of the science labs, and there's a lot of them.
No? How about we thumb wrestle? Okay.
That's cool.
But yeah, what was I saying about Big Bang Theory? Oh no,
About them
so
making fun of us.
like they like took one episode in general. Like the joke isn't like them doing funny stuff in D&D. The joke is them playing D&D.
Which is so frustrating because there can be. I mean, okay, yes, total nerd here. I follow like a D&D memes Facebook page. I love seeing D&D things where they're making fun of like tropes that we do as players. Like there are so many things that you can make fun of. But then it's like it got the show got too mainstream, and all of a sudden, yeah, it's like watching a show from the 80s where the nerds are the punchline of the joke. Because like I think someone posted something recently, and this is always one of my favorite D&D memes, where like the very first character you make is always like really serious and brooding, and you have like a.
Are you talking about Slappy?
Maybe, but you got like a 5-page backstory, and it's got like a Legolas picture beside it, you know, because it's or like an Aragorn, like this is my cool hero, and then you've got you know, like your 5th campaign, and it's You know what? My brother-in-law's is a good one. He was a thief, a halfling thief who pretended to do magic. So he pretended to be a wizard.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah, it's just like that kind of stuff is just so, or one of my friends like in a total joke campaign played a bear who like just a bear. He played a bear and had to like roll a bunch of like intimidate and charisma checks to communicate with anybody. Or our Bards Only campaign, which is still one of the funniest campaigns I think we've ever done. It's just like stuff like that. It's like, that's hilarious. That would be really funny if you have, what's his face? The guy Jim Parsons, Sheldon. If you had Sheldon come out with like a 50-page backstory and
trying to be all serious about it still, like
being all serious about it while the guy who's like, okay, this is gonna sound really mean, but literally the only thing I know about him based on everything is that he's Jewish and his mom is crazy. That guy, would probably be playing something akin to, a rogue, a thief pretending to be a wizard. Like, it's like, that would be hilarious.
Right.
But no.
What bothers me also about it is like how everyone acts like the nerd is now cool because of that show, and I'm like, no, it's still like people are just like less hiding of their hobbies nowadays. I think like.
Oh yeah, well I mean that's one of the things I've had long talks with people about the benefits. One of the benefits and also cons of the internet is like it brought everybody out. Which, good thing. It helps people find like-minded folks who are also interested in the same things that they are. Which could be, a not-so-niche nerd thing like D&D now. Or even more niche, like LARPing, we're able to connect now with so many people. Now, unfortunately, some people's interests may not be so great, in which case, okay, yeah, maybe you don't want to be associated, don't want to be finding like-minded people because your viewpoints are racist or something, like, who knows. It's like, that's not a good thing, but...
Right.
think the internet was definitely a good thing in terms of like finding. Oh yikes! But I brought that on you. Just it was a good thing for bringing out all the nerds who are like, oh, there are others like me.
Yeah. Which is, like, I think, why you have like the explosion of like the actual play D&D podcast.
Yes. Well, it's.
Go listen to our podcast.
This drives me insane, but as somebody, I used to listen religiously to Adventures in Odyssey. Radio drama has been a thing since, like, I think the 30s or the 40s. Radio dramas are great. And all it is, like basically, I'm thinking of Adventure Zone, but all it is radio theater in a more improvised setting. We just have different rules depending on, like, are you playing D&D or are you playing something else? And I'm like,
right.
It's so funny to me that podcasts have completely, like, we've swung around from radio dramas back in the 30s, where they pretended the world was coming to an end. And you had all these, like, detective and film noir type things, and we've completely swung around now all the way back to that with, like, actual play podcasts. And I love it. It's great. I'm such a nerd for this type of thing, and it makes me so happy. You okay there, Spider-Man?
We're struggling.
But yeah, you guys should listen to our actual play podcast, Wandering Gamer Network.
Though, if you're here, you're probably listening to that. Or our friend.
Yeah, if we're being real.
All right, I think this is probably a good place to stop for now, though.
Yeah, no, that looks good.
So until next time, everybody, keep wandering.
Bye!
Hey Wanderers, and thanks for listening to the Wandering Gamer Network play Spider-Man. We hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to hear more content from the Wandering Gamer Network, check out the link in the description below. We have several actual play podcasts, including City of Mist, our homebrew space adventure Outlaws Wanted, and many more. Until next time, keep wandering.